Hey everybody, welcome back here. I'm looking at the Razer Wolverine V2 Pro. This is a PlayStation 5 PC controller for $250. To sum it up, do not buy this. Do not ever buy this. Thank you for watching. Okay, now why you shouldn't buy this is that it is, again, $250, and the amount of features that you get with this is very low. You don't get any rumble, which is okay, but it's like no rumble. And I have a little bit of problem with that, especially with a lot of games for kind of, the DualSense. You have a little bit of extra rumble here. And for games like Horizon Forbidden West and Gran Turismo 8, it actually is really nice to use that. And it helps a little bit. But it's a minor case. It's not going to make or break it. But again, it is a $250 controller that has less features than the DualSense Edge, which is significantly cheaper, which is their pro version of the DualSense. Another features that this thing has is it does have removable kind of sticks, but it's only two. One long boy and one concave boy. I like my concave boy on the left stick, and then my domes on the right stick for a lot more maneuverability, just like the Series X here. These are kind of adjustable sticks, though in the software you can hold down a button, what they call a shift button, to change the sensitivity, which is interesting. I feel like that would be a lot of button presses to do something. You can't change the sensitivity of the stick at all. It's either you shift it. I guess I gotta need to look at it, but it just didn't seem like you could change the curve, I should say. Besides shifting, the buttons feel pretty good. It's a good fidget toy. I like pressing this a lot. It's a good click, like ASMR. Definitely, I feel better than the DualSense controller. The D-pad, I'm not a big fan of. I was not a big fan of the D-pad on the DualSense, as it feels like it's too easy to press up when you're pressing right. It's hard to kind of hear it because it is kind of mushy, but in terms of pressing right, and if you press forward here, you also press up, compared to something like an Elite Series, it takes a lot of pressure to press up. This is a Xbox One X controller. This is the controller that came with the Xbox One X. Kind of the same thing. There's a lot of pressure needs to be pushed down on the up. In terms of holding it's okay. It is a little bit weird to hold because it is kind of stubby. Like you look at these, it is kind of stubby. But it's fine. I feel like these could be positioned better for it. It's just like, who holds it like this? You would have to hold it like this, I feel like. Like to get real crazy with it. And I feel like it just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right compared to something like this. I usually have these paddles right here for shoulder buttons. So I'm like, I feel like I have a lot more grip. Okay. And then the software side is you use a Razer app. It is not that interesting. It is not good. You connect it through Bluetooth it doesn't really tell you how much to sync it. At least in the manual is you hold these buttons and it pulses, a blue light here, then it syncs with the app. It is Bluetooth. That doesn't mean this is a Bluetooth controller. It is a wired controller. I wonder if you could plug this in through your Android device, through cable, and it will work. I'm curious. You should not buy that for an Android device. Four programmable profiles. Profiles could be switched by holding this button and then holding this, and it will swap between colors. The colors, I think, are just it's hard to indicate what profile you're in because it just flashes red. Each profile has a color assigned to it, but it's not. There's also there's a chromo bar here, which is like, okay, but it's nothing. It's this, I don't know. I've been kind of trying to wrap my head of how I do this video on here. This is like take 5 because I feel like this is a bad controller. The good thing is that, hey, it's an Xbox layout, but I feel like there is better out there, or there's another controller out there that does the same layout. Back in the PlayStation 4 days, there was a lot more kind of configuration like this. I think Scuff even had one that was a configuration of like this for for PlayStation 4. Of course, I don't think those work for PlayStation 5 anymore, because that's how that works nowadays, because Sony wants their money. Like this Xbox One X controller still works with an Xbox Series X. Keep that in mind. It will always work for the PlayStation 5. No idea if this will work for PlayStation 6. But yeah, at least it's for PC, I guess. I don't know. The buttons feel good. The programmable buttons are the 4 buttons. You cannot change anything else. It would be nice if you could change more of the buttons. In the software, you can, on the PlayStation software, the system level, you can change like, hey, how buttons lay out. Like, hey, this right bumper, is this. On that level, you could do that, but in terms of making these kind of macros too or something, that would be pretty cool. But no, it's just, I use a lot of these paddles a lot for like shifting, or for for my bumpers, or just hey, I want to jump and fire and do some other things here too. Bumper jumping is what they call it in Halo. You can't really do that here. It just doesn't seem comfortable. I mean, the clickies are good. I guess that's what you really need. It feels good, but it just, in your hand, it just feels cheap. And for $250, it's a hard sell. You literally have to be batshit crazy to buy this. And of course, I bought this, and like, I use this for No Man's Sky because I do not like this controller for No Man's Sky, and it's fine. But it's just like, I wish there was more. Like, I wish there was a lot more, being able to do more. But yeah, it's a $250 PlayStation 5 and PC controller. Anyways, guys, do not buy this unless you're crazy. Thanks for watching.